So just making a quick video about this least noisy fan on the market, which is the LS-PWM. What it's designed to be is for the fanless Noctua NF-A12x25 thing. So what's cool about this fan is that it runs, instead of at max 2400 rotations, it runs at 1200 RPM. And then in the box, it comes with this thing over here that's called the low noise adapter. The low noise adapter drops it down to 900 rotations. So by having it that way, I'm able to have the least noisiest possible fan and have a little bit of airflow. Right now I have a completely passive cooled NHP1 CPU. However, my GPU seems to be getting warmed up by my CPU cooler, and it seems to spin up the fans like once every couple seconds just to cool itself down, and then it turns right off, and then I hear that. So what I'm thinking is that if I could put this fan in, one an intake and one an exhaust, I could create a little bit of airflow without actually hearing it and without it affecting the quietness of my room. These fans are about $30 a piece, or $33, something like that. I bought 2 of them just for that minimal airflow. I just wanted to make a quick video about that. There's going to be one of these coming in, doing the intake, and you see on the fans on this side over here, it shows you which direction the airflow is in. So this is going to be on the bottom. So the sticker is this, so the air is going to be coming in, and then this one is going to be on the back of the case, exhausting that hot air. Because hot air rises, I just figure having a little bit of airflow, getting some cool air onto the video card, and then having it exhaust out the back a little bit would be more than enough. And having it 900 rotations, I don't have to go into the BIOS settings and lowering the fan speeds from its maximum. So this way, just out the box, I just have a 900 RPM fan. It's probably going to be running at 900 RPM forever, and Noctua is probably the best in the quietness. There was a guy that did a review about this, and this guy, without the low noise adapter, was already on the lowest on the chart. And with this low noise adapter, I think it would be lower than low. I just wanted to make a quick video about it. That's my review. 2 thumbs up on that. So check out my other video reviews. Bye. So this is the PC that I'm upgrading. So here's how it's going to be. You see this direction of the fan. So the sticker goes to the outside like this, and it's going to be exhausting air out the back. And one fan is going to go on the bottom over here, get some fresh air in. So 900 rotations per minute gets the fresh air onto the GPU, gives it a little bit of room to breathe, and then the fresh air is going to be getting pulled out on this end. And what I'm hoping is that these fans over here on this 3090 RTX 3090 won't spin as much, because even though there's no load on the GPU, the heat from this guy is, I think, going down and heating up the temperature sensors on the back over here. The GPU die is over here. So this guy heats up this guy, and by having maybe a little bit of fresh air, I'm hoping that will stop happening. Or worst comes to worst, I just will have fans that will be running that I won't be able to hear. So right out of the box, I really can't hear it. I mean, I can't, even if I put my ear to it, I don't hear anything. So the exhaust is doing a pretty good job, and the fans, so the fresh air is coming up this way and getting exhausted this way. I could feel a nice static pressure coming out of the case, getting some of this air circulation out, because otherwise I didn't have any single fans. I think this might be the solution for you guys. If you want the quietest possible system, you might just want to install these 900 RPM fans. So I just did the 1200 RPM with the low noise adapter, and I think it's doing a good job at pushing enough air to possibly, you see the GPU, those fans aren't spinning. I think it might be just enough cool air to not turn these fans like on and off all the time, because that was making a little bit of kind of like starting and stopping, a slight noise, and it's not even moving. So the GPU is getting nice fresh air right to the middle of it. And yeah, I highly recommend these fans. Noctua hit a home run with this. You know, they really want people to have quiet systems, and thanks to the NF-A12x25, that's just a fanless heatsink, and that's designed to even cool down more than 65 watt TDPs. I have a 3700X one, and I have a 9700X. That's designed for a 65 watt or under TDP processor. Look at your specs. They also have on the on the Noctua website what processors are compatible. But basically put, if it's 65 watt or less, you're probably good. So thumb up the video, subscribe, and check out my other videos. All right, friends. So right now with this fan upgrade, you see the GPU is at 100% and the CPU is at 34%, and getting close to this computer over here. Would you even think that it's on? Like, you have to get really close to it. What did I do to achieve this? Well, I installed these cooling fans over here on the bottom. And yeah, basically the cooling fans, the GPU is now getting enough fresh air. That's a fanless CPU cooler, the NF-A12x25, and the GPU graphics card has been repasted with PTM 7950. I have a video about that. So probably the quietest computer. We're exporting video, we're putting a load on the CPU and the GPU, and everything is staying nice and quiet. So this is the video you might want to watch. It's the Noctua Ultra Quiet review. Maybe I'll link it below.
With the CPU cooler. The NF-A12x25 LS-PWM is still the same as the regular NF-A12 maximum noise output.
Look at that over here. Fan noise performance. 29, 27, 26. There's really nothing. Like at the top is like be quiet silent wings under it. And then everything else. And then if you add the low noise adapter, you probably can't get a quieter fan than this. This guy really did his homework with the tests. Let's see.
It's done by using an all-in-one liquid CPU cooler. In this case, the Silverstone balances between the speeds of the...
So ambient temperature. So it looks like it running at a slower speed isn't really affecting temperatures by much. You see ambient, you see it says 71 over here, and the NF-A12 LS-PWM is like 72. So the standard fan, that's a really big champ, is 71 degrees. This guy is 1 degree hotter, and it's much quieter. Wow, that's really a big deal.
The fan heatsink. However, the low speed means that this fan should not be used while overclocking your CPU, no matter how much technology and engineering of...
Yeah, that's true. I agree about that. This guy is really good. In the beginning, he did a really good job explaining where is this fan coming from.
25 LS-PWM is a newer variant of the well-known Noctua A12x25 fan. This model, which we will just call the LS-PWM for now, was made to be as quiet as possible, and it was launched at the same time as the Noctua NH-B1 passive CPU cooler.
Yeah, that's the cooler that I have. You know, originally I bought it for that, and then I realized you have an option to run your stuff super quiet. So that's why I'm happy with this fan, and it works good, especially with the low noise adapter, and I didn't have to change a single setting in the BIOS. It just runs cool and quiet, and it gives my computer just enough airflow for it to work. So my conclusion is that it's not just the fans that matter, is that I just recently replaced the GPU pads. The GPU die usually has the heating pads that dry out and the CPU paste that dries out, that makes the fan to be pushed to 100% when they don't need to be running that fast. So having upgraded that and having a fanless CPU, you have to use a 65 watt part, as I mentioned earlier, either a 3700X or a 9700X of the newer generation, because those are 65 watt CPUs, and a fanless CPU cooler only would work with those unless you use a fan like this with it. Then you could probably cool a 100-watt cooler or something like that. So that all combined together, you saw in my experience with it that it's as silent as possible. You know, there's some TV blaring in the background right now. That's probably louder than my computer. I can't hear it. I just was doing a video export for another video I was doing, and I was actually very, very much happily, enthusiastically, maybe not surprised, but I wasn't expecting that quietness. You know, I was expecting the GPU fans to ramp up, and I think it's a combination of all the different cooling techniques that you guys might have actually stumbled on the gold mine with my video about this little fan. And so check out my video about the Noctua NHP1 and the repasting of the GPU. That might be important for you guys also. So put your comments down below. How did you get your system more quiet? Do you have any other ideas of getting it more quiet? You know, I'm always looking to do a more quiet thing. So with GPUs, you can't get away from the fans, and my conclusion is that it's not the fans that matter. It's actually how fast they're spinning is what matters. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumb up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.